Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, we've just taken this car in part exchange. This was yesterday late evening. This is a Mazda CX-5 2-litre GT Sport Nav. This is presented in the snowflake white, so like a pearlescent white paint, with the very dark brown leather interior, with both heated and cooled seats in the front and heated seats at the rear of the car. So this is the top of the range CX-5. It's got loads of spec, which I'll run through with you as we get into the car. But hopefully you can see from this video, and also from the photographs that I've taken, the condition of this vehicle. Now, I always like to give a little bit of background on the vehicles if I can, and fortunately enough, most of our cars are part exchange, and the majority of the part exchanges we get, we've sold from new and always looked after the cars. So this car was sold new here at TW White's Orpington to our customer, who was on a 24-month PCP, where he gets the option and the flexibility of changing his car every 2 years, which he's done. In case you're curious, they've picked up same car but in red, so they've gone for a colour change. I think they did want a white one, but white availability of white cars is a bit thin on the ground at the moment. So we're delighted to take this car in part exchange. It's a lovely car. It's not the first car the gentleman's bought. He's bought numerous cars with us over the years. So what I'm going to do before we go into the car, let's start at the rear and work our way into the inside. Now, these cars are very well spec'd. Excuse me. As standard, you've got the auto tail lift. You've got this cavernous boot area. Bose. You've got the Bose stereo, so that's the additional Bose speaker to add quality to the sound. That is a subwoofer, but it's not gonna, it's not gonna be one of these ones that you can hear you're driving down the road. It's all about quality and balance. So it's an incredibly good sound system. Now you've got folding rear seats, so it's almost like a 40-40-20. You've got these very convenient levers here. So for example, that'll go down. That'll go down. Now the seat belts and the seats are quite far back, but they will actually go flat. But when the seat belts are round them, they don't go flat as easy as they would. But if you just a little bit of weight there, and there it goes, nice and flat. So a very usable area. Let me just put this seat forward. There we are. Okay, so a very sort of usable space, and the seats just pop up like so, nice and easy. Okay, so I mean, I think probably from the video the seats probably look black. They are a very, very dark brown. I really like them, like I suppose a chocolate brown. Now, something I want to point out, the rear door almost opens up at a right angle, which is really handy. If, for example, to get my mum and dad in and out of the car, or on the other end of the spectrum, to get my 2-year-old in and out of his child seat. So they've really considered that when designing the car, and that is one of the features that was improved over the earlier CX-5. Okay, right. With the GT model, you've also got all the LED lights in the vehicle, which gives it a nice feel, premium feel. I know a lot of people are changing their bulbs of their cars into LED, and it's a really nice touch. Now, you've got ISOFIX anchorages in the back. You've got 3 seats, but in 2-seater mode you can use the armrest, and the outer seats are heated, 3-stage heated seats. You've also got the all-important USB connectors, which charge at 2.1 amps. Okay, so that's ideal for your phone or tablet, etc. They are just for charging, not for data. We've got another 2 in the front that will read data and also charge. You've got your keyless entry system, so you don't need to get the key out of your pocket handbag. LED lights, which are adaptive, absolutely amazing, and a 360-degree camera. So you've got cameras in the wing mirrors, the camera down there underneath the badge. Now, if you see a Mazda with a hollow badge, it won't have radar cruise control. These filled out ones, that's where the radar is for the cruise control. So it's an adaptive cruise control system. And they've got a camera at the rear. So let's get in the car now. Before we step in, electric windows mirrors are here, and you've got auto folding rear view mirror, side mirrors. The GT spec have got these, like, I don't think they're chrome effect. Are they chrome effect? Yeah, chrome effect switches. Lumbar support there, so it's 8-way, and you've got 2 memory settings there. You've got your boot release. You can change the view on your camera. Traction control, I think we all know what that is. You can turn your parking sensors on and off there. They default to being on. Lane departure warning. I'll go into more detail in a minute. And the car's got the engine eye stop, so intelligent start-stop system, which will switch the engine off in traffic or when you're stationary to save using fuel. So better for the environment and ultimately better on the pocket. So what I'm going to do, I'll start the car up. It comes with 2 keys. Okay, foot on the brake, and the car fires into life. In fact, I want to do that just again because I want to show you this dash. These GT spec have got like a backlit, I believe it's called a TFT dash. Lovely, really, really nice. Something that we get on our sort of new Mazda 3 and CX-30, and something only available on the, well, it was only available on the GT Sport CX-5. So the Sports wouldn't have had that. It would be more analog. GT like this here, which is like a very, very premium look and feel. You've got a heads-up display there, which will give you your speed limits, speed, basic sat-nav functions, etc. So you've got auto wipers, automatic lights, very useful. And there's the mileage there, 13,387 miles. So beautiful miles, okay. And as I say, we sold the car new, so we know the previous owner, and there's no sign of dogs. It's not been used as a family car. I say that, I'm not in a derogatory sense, but often, you know, like my family car, all the backs of the seats are scuffed, and you know they need a really good clean. Nothing wrong, but this has just come in like this, absolutely beautiful. The GT has the black headlining, which is beautiful, but that is a personal thing. But the other non-GT cars have a like a beige white light headlining. I like the black. And you've got a sunroof, which is nice, and it's tilt and slide. Okay. You've got some Bose speakers there. Visibility is amazing. You've got this rimless rear view mirror. So let's go through a bit of the tech. So you've got a 360 camera, so no excuse for getting into those tight parking spaces. Let's go to the app page now. You've got fuel economy monitor, boring stuff really, well, sometimes. Warning guidance, so at the moment we're currently on the reserve tank. You've got a maintenance reminder there. Car has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard, so when you plug the phone in here, okay, you can then mirror your phone and use many of the apps that you've got on your phone on this here. Entertainment, you've got DAB radio, FM, AM. My phone, actually I've used this car today, so I paired my phone up because I had a few phone calls that I needed to make safely, of course. So once your phone's paired up, as it is, you can stream music, etc. all from here. Communication, so look, you've got your call lists, text messages, all right, and so you can make a call nice and safely. It's got a very comprehensive sat nav. If you use the car sat nav, of course you can use the apps on your phone, you know, Google Maps, etc. But nice, easy, user friendly. This is touchscreen, by the way, but only when you're stationary. So I tend to encourage people to use the multimedia commander, because then you won't get fingerprints. You put your town in, off you go, and when you're en route, if you need to find something along route at the destination, for example fuel, at the moment we need fuel, and you can search around here, gives you all the petrol stations, the direction and the distance. Very useful for myself because we have a BP fuel card, so I'd look for the closest BP and off we go. Okay, so sat nav we covered. Now in the settings you can adjust the heads up display there, display settings, so turn this off, etc. Safety settings. Car's got adaptive cruise control, okay, so it will track the car in front. When it slows down, it will slow down and go back up to the speed when that car speeds up. You've got smart city brake support, so if you get too close to the car in front, or for example that low wall, if the car believes there's no driver input, you're not accelerating, braking, turning, so you're distracted, it will actually put the brakes on. A very useful thing. Even if it's never needed, it should lower your insurance premium, because a lot of accidents happen under 20 miles an hour, and that's when this operates at under 20 miles an hour. So it's designed, you know, when you're in traffic, you're a bit distracted, and you get too close to the car in front. Blind spot monitoring in the wing mirrors. It's very difficult to see, but there are, in fact I'll try to show you, I don't think my camera's, there's little shaded out bits there. If someone was to overtake you, it'll light up just to warn you. Oh look, I've got a phone call coming in, I'm going to ignore that. Okay, and also someone undertakes you. It's got lane keep assist, so if you're driving on the motorway and the steering wheel sort of feeding through your hands, it will keep you in the lane, okay, and it'll actually correct you, and it'll correct you twice if you let your hands off the steering wheel, and then it'll tell you to hold the steering wheel. I'm not encouraging you to do that, of course. So lots of safety features. Driver attention alert, it'll tell you to come up. I mean, I've literally been walking driving down the road, I thought, oh, I'm a bit tired now, I've yawned, and boom, it's come up, take a break. So really clever. I believe there's a camera here that reads your facial expressions, so really smart. And you've got your 360 camera, you can adjust some bits and bobs in there. Sound system, you've got the Bose premium sound system. It is wonderful. You can play some opera music and put the center point on, and it feels like you're in an opera house. Sounds like you're in an opera house, is what I was meant to say. GPS sync, it's all GPS synced, so you don't have to relearn setting the clock. And you've got some really nice features on here. Door lock, for example, you can select walk away lock. When you walk away with the car with the keys, the car will lock itself, bleep, wing mirrors will fold in. That's a nice smart feature. You've got other convenience settings like lighting, leaving home light, so you open the car up, lights will stay on, so you approach the car, you can see, as well as locking